Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to Utility Jane. Today I'm cooking up a very simple and delicious meal with a few pantry and freezer staples that I have on hand most of the year. Carrots, cauliflower, onion, capsicum, frozen peas, and some whole cherry tomatoes that I just washed and froze last tomato season. Now I've also got a bit of garlic just from the jar and a few little random olives left in the jar. Now I usually only put olives on pizza, but I thought I'd throw them in just to see how they worked. And I'm happy to report it was a good idea to throw those in. Now, if you looked at the basic ingredients of the meal that I cook here, this is how I keep to a tight budget. These are all very similar ingredients that you would use in spaghetti, a casserole, a pie, and probably 100 other meals. Basic pantry, fridge, and freezer staples that you just change up how you put together. And in the next video I filmed after this one, I actually showed that I had some of this left over. It was only a quarter of a cauliflower, a bit of the onion and vegetable mix, and it was sitting in the fridge. I think we'd ate from it 2 meals, and it was sitting there, and look, you probably could get pushed to the back of the fridge and be thrown out to the compost or wherever you get rid of leftover food. I'm not sure, I don't waste very much. And what I did was I pulled it out of the fridge, I cut up another onion, I fried the onion, added some seasonings, put the leftover cauliflower and the bits and pieces, and added a bag of frozen stock to it, simmered that till the stock was defrosted, added some Greek yogurt into the pan, used my stick blender and blended it all up. And it was the most delicious, creamy cauliflower soup and no waste. We live on quite a tight food budget, and the way I try to do this is that I shop every week. I shop the specials every week. I shop online. I very rarely go into the store unless I'm wanting something in particular, and it is a way that I keep a whole heap of rubbish out of my cart. This way I save my time, energy, and I save myself from wasting a whole heap of money. I shop at Coles and I have an account. From the time that I put an order in, I start another order. I go through and check all the specials on my bought before list. In fact, I shop my bought before list before I do anything else. And when I do this, I know all the things that I normally cook week to week, I will have the ingredients for. And if those ingredients come on special and I have bought them or I don't need them, I buy them again and add to my pantry, so that if I have 2 weeks of pasta being on special, I buy 2 weeks of pasta being on special, and then I don't have to buy pasta for 2 months. This is how I build up my pantry. In fact, I can save sometimes up to $70 in one shop. At the start of this year, olive oil came on special. I think it was some sort of New Year's special. Well, it was half price. I buy the big 3-litre tins and they were half price. Now, if anyone's seen the amount that olive oil is at the moment, at the start of the year it was much cheaper, but they were half price. Now, because I had a pantry that was fully stocked, I put off buying other things that I probably could have got, but to keep within my budget, I tried to order 6 tins of oil. They sold out really quickly because I managed to get 3, and even when I went into store I couldn't get any more. But I did not have to buy olive oil at full price for probably 6 months, maybe more. When I decided to really get serious about shopping this way, the only way that I could work at getting a pantry stocked was to automatically cut out any food items that I refer to as junk now. They are expensive, and it's not that we've totally cut them out of our diet. It's that if we want those, we have to go into store and buy them. And when you're sitting in front of a screen and you're ordering and you're seeing the price total go up and up and up, you can make a judgment and go, look, do we really need that? That's what I do. I go through and I add everything. It's like a wish list, really. I add everything to it, and then I will go back and, do we really need this? Do I really need it this week? Could I buy these specials and not get this? I think these days food is so expensive and we work so hard to earn money to buy it that it just seems so wasteful to me to work your week and then buy a whole heap of junk and it not be fulfilling, or you waste it. Anyway, I have gone down a real rabbit hole with this. I love to budget. I love to talk about budgeting. So if you are interested in me doing more of this, please let me know in the comments and I can talk about this. Tell me how you budget. What are your best budgeting tips when it comes to food and your weekly shop? Let us all know what you do. I know one thing that I love to do to subsidize my shopping list, and that is to grow some basic things in my garden. I do not grow everything we need. I don't have time to do that, and I certainly don't have a garden big enough, but I do grow a lot of greens, beans, peas, tomatoes, all of these things that we love and that are usually the most expensive in the supermarket. I grow herbs, and I also have a big patch of rhubarb, which I probably would not go and buy a bunch of rhubarb. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But when it's growing, I cook with it all the time and we love it. I also grow a lot of raspberries and strawberries, two other perennial fruits that take very little effort to grow, but when it is raspberry and strawberry season, it is like nothing else. During that time, we eat them non-stop. We pick them daily, multiple times a day. Sometimes we put them in the fridge, we freeze them, we make syrups, we have them in pies. It is just a wonderful time of the year, and it gets that way that you indulge in them and then you don't want them anymore until a few months off, the next season starts. You're thinking, oh, I'd love some raspberries or some strawberries, and you think, I'm just going to hold out for my own. Tomato season is definitely the same way. The thought of eating one of your own ripe tomatoes just before the season starts, the thought is just wonderful. By the end of the season, you are not wanting to have a sandwich with tomato and salt on it. So growing and eating, or even purchasing in the growing season of that particular fruit and veg, definitely is a cost savings. And I guess it's not about, saving hundreds of dollars all in one go. It's more about saving small amounts all the time. When I was growing up, I would always hear my nan say, save your pennies and the pounds will save themselves. So that's what I do. With this meal, the hamburgers, I made them myself. I bought mince, took the time to add in the spices myself, mix them up, roll them out. I didn't pay for somebody to do that. The potatoes we grew and dug, and the little cherry tomatoes were tomatoes I picked at the end of last tomato season. I picked them, washed them, put them in a bag and put them in the freezer. So it was very low effort to have them in there, but it has been the best thing to be able to pull them out and add them into any meal. It doesn't mean that I never buy a tomato product. It means that I subsidize those products just a little bit. If you've made it this far, I thank you so much for persisting and listening to me ramble on about budgeting. If you'd like another tip, at the end of this video I've put in me making up my own dishwasher powder. 3 easy ingredients to add together, and I have dishwasher powder on hand. I make it when I need it. I don't have to race to the shops if I run out. Thank you so much. If you have enjoyed the video, I would really love it if you'd subscribe, and then you'll be here for my next upload. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.